Good morning, PC3, and welcome back for a nice Throwback Thursday. I'm here with my other guests.
Yep.
Stella.
I'm Jadon.
Yep.
I'm
Who are
Cole.
you?
Obviously,
I was gonna say, who are
Cole,
you?
Yeah, you guys may or may not know me.
Yeah, well,
Been here for a little bit.
We have Throwback Thursday today. We're going to be talking about 2000s, but we also have Question of the Day, so stay tuned in for
soon.
that. So today actually is a special day, though. You guys know what today is, like in retrospect.
It's a leap day. It's a leap
Yeah.
day.
Oh yeah, leap
It's
day.
leap day,
Extra
uh-huh.
February day.
Exactly.
But I'm the one that reminded you, and I'm forgetting now.
Sure. But
Okay.
but no, we have our class. One of the vocational classes has a succulent sale today
From Morgan Township.
Yeah, from
the
Morgan
horticulture class.
Yep.
They were kind enough to bring it in.
Yeah, exactly. And like you can buy them from like $2 to $10, I believe. So that's really cool. I mean,
yeah,
succulents are fun, right?
Yeah. Earlier today, Owen was very invested in this, and he was reading off some very interesting quotes to us about succulents.
He really liked his succulent quotes.
Yeah, it was like all he talked about for like half an hour.
Yeah, he was really enjoying that. But I find it weird that like leap day is a thing even. Like, why is it a thing actually?
You keep, every time you say it, I hear weekday.
Well, it's
Actually,
leap.
When you said
day.
it on the announcements, that's what I heard too. I heard weekday.
Oh, my
What
bad.
does
like,
it
what does that
mean
mean?
for it to be like a leap day?
I don't know.
Every 4 years.
Every 4.
So
like why?
we have 365.25 rotations every revolution of the sun.
Okay.
So like 365 days, and then a little bit extra that we just forget about.
Okay.
And
But
then
why
we
every
just
4
add
years?
it on every 4, because that makes a day.
In February.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you add it on like
Because
the last
February is the
day?
shortest month.
But why wouldn't you add it on like the last month?
Like
Or, like, the
December
first
32nd,
month.
because that's dumb.
Okay. Well, it makes sense. Who decided that February only had 28 days?
I don't
like,
know.
why were
Some
they
random
like,
guy
yes?
back then. He was just like, yeah, this seems right.
I guess. Like, they really were like, yes.
But yes, that's why it's a leap day. Because,
Imagine being born in
because
leap
we're just
day.
lazy.
Thank you. I needed that information.
Yeah. Good information.
If you're born on February 29th, how old
Yeah.
are you?
You're like 2. Like, imagine just being 2.
Is that how you count it?
But you're really like 8.
Yeah. But is that
Yeah.
how you count it?
Sure.
That would suck to have a birthday on a leap year.
Yeah, exactly.
You get bullied so hard.
That'd be terrible.
It'd be awful.
If I was a parent, if my child was born on February 29th, they would get one birthday every 4 years.
Yeah.
Hey, you're saving money at
Wow.
that
But
point.
it'd be yeah, exactly.
Saving
for
money,
sure.
that's
Being
wild.
frugal. It'd be like the biggest birthday party ever though. Like I'd rent Disney World or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta go crazy.
Wow, wow.
I've never been to Disney World.
Oh, interesting. But back to the sale.
Succulents, yeah.
This is the sale for today. So I mean, if you can come out, I think you can go buy some
Yeah.
succulents. I mean, it'll be fun, right?
They're very pretty, yeah.
Yeah, they are. Succulents.
And
are
according
fun.
to Owen, they smell good.
Yeah, exactly. But now back to Throwback Thursday, because today is Thursday. I made a segment based off of 2000s versus 2000s movies. So if you want to like understand that fully, let's go watch that. Who wins in this case scenario? The person who says the 2000s movies are all about dark films and are supposed to be taken seriously, or the person who says the 2000s movies are all about rom-coms and supposed to be taken lightheartedly? Well, welcome. I'm Stella, and now here is 2000s versus 2000s movies. Well, first, how many rom-coms can you think of? Now stop and think about how many of those movies are from the 2000s. Rom-coms have affected the media for a long time now. Right now they're popping back up with new movies like No Hard Feelings and Anyone But You. Yet, if you were the one that likes these movies, when you think of 2000s movies, you think of movies like 13 Going on 30, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, 500 Days of Summer, She's the Man, and so many others. Now, the reason that people normally like these movies is because it lets people have hope, no matter how impractical they are or how unrealistic, especially in their love life. It makes people see that they can fall in love in weird places or times. Now, if you think of 2000s movies and you think about the dark films, normally the movies you'd think of are American Psycho, Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind, Zodiac, The Dark Knight, and many others as well. These movies have shaped what people think films are, and even start the superhero movie trend with The Dark Knight. But the reason people usually like these movies is because it does the exact opposite of what a rom-com does. It makes people think about what they are doing and how their life should move forward. Most people who like these movies also appreciate the cinematic scenes and like more films than movies. But now I'm here to tell you that you can't just block movies in together, and you are wrong. Sorry for that. You could count Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind as a rom-com. The characters are falling in and out and in of love throughout the whole movie, and it shows that dark films still have a touch of romance. They're joking with each other, you see their raw emotions, and you see that relationships are messy. It's more of like the dark side of rom-coms. But on the other hand, 500 Days of Summer ends, in my opinion, very sadly. The main character doesn't get the girl, and it's very unlikely for a rom-com. But like he does find another girl, but he doesn't really have the one that was there all along, and that's just super unlikely for a rom-com. And what about The Notebook? Would you count that as a rom-com? I know it's supposed to be like the #1 rom-com, but it has darker moments, and it shows how people's emotions like affect their love life. So, with saying that the 2000s only have one or the other is impossible. You can't just pick one or the other. They're always intertwined. But I have a good news for you. If you like both, hooray, you win. So, comment down below if you think that the 2000s movies are either films or rom-coms, or if you agree that they are both. So, this has been Stella with 2000s versus 2000s movies. What do you guys think? What do you think of when you think of 2000s movies?
I usually think of Step Brothers, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
My family used to watch that all the time. That and the one where Will Ferrell's like has a dinosaur or whatever or something.
What?
He's with one of his normal crew members, and he just he's in prehistoric times, and he talks about a T-Rex having a walnut brain. And I obviously think of Napoleon Dynamite because that's also a classic.
I feel like it's the 2000s. You can't go wrong with Mean Girls, though.
Oh, yeah, true.
I wouldn't personally watch it all the time, but I mean, it's a
aggressive.
classic.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta respect it.
Well,
So.
that does bring up my point on that. I argued that 2000 movies are basically just films or rom-coms, and there's no in between.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there is in between. That's what
Is
I argued.
Superbad a 2000s movie?
I think so. I think
It's
it
an
is.
interesting movie.
It is very interesting. But that was my argument. So, what do you think? You think there's only films, or you think there's only rom-coms of the 2000s? How many rom-coms can you think of? A bunch from the 2000s,
A lot,
right?
yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Mean Girls is one of them. It's not even really a rom-com, but
What would you
Exactly.
classify
I feel like
that
it
as?
just
Exactly. It falls
I
in
feel
the
like it
middle, so you
falls into
can't
that,
classify
yeah.
it, right?
yeah, you
I mean-
can't really. I guess it's just a drama, so I guess it would be a film.
Exactly. So it's it has romantic sides, but it doesn't have
Yeah.
it's not funny in the romantical sense.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that
Depends.
makes sense.
exactly. And I feel like a lot of people are either oh, it's a rom-com, or it's films. You know what I mean when I say films?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
what would
like
be in the
that.
middle of rom-com and
But,
film then?
Well, I said that it was that Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind, that movie with because it's funny parts of their romance, but then it's also really sad. It's a sad movie.
Is
So-
Marley and Me a 2000s movie?
I don't know.
It's one of the saddest movies of all
That's
time.
an
Well, I don't know.
awful
You're
movie.
supposed to be a dictionary,
Oh, sorry, my bad.
even though you can't spell.
No, I cannot spell. But whatever. I mean,
Yeah. No, I get what you mean though. It's definitely it's a fine line to walk, especially with 2000s movies, because they're very they're their own genre, I guess.
yeah.
I would classify them as.
A lot of good ones though of the 2000s.
Yeah.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah.
You just have to. Simply, you have to.
Sure.
Hey, Coraline came out in 2000s.
That's true.
You see,
Yeah.
Traumatizing every child.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my
I actually really like Coraline, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I grew up watching it every day.
Yeah.
I love
I mean,
that
it did
movie.
scare me as a
I loved
child.
it.
Yeah, I didn't because I saw the cover and it freaked me out.
Seriously?
I didn't watch it. Yeah.
I always watch it at my cousin's house, and then he'd call me a wimp, and I'd be like, oh,
no.
okay.
That's so sad.
Yeah. Great times.
Yeah, very great
Right?
times.
Yeah, better times.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I like a lot of movies, but I feel like a lot of 2000 movies are just so different that you can't count it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think. I don't know. I don't even know what I was gonna say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thoughts.
I just want to say that 2000 movies are great, and they're probably my favorite movies of all time.
They hold
Oh.
a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they?
They
Yeah.
do. They do.
When you weren't even born. Like
Yeah,
when we were
yeah.
born.
I was born
2005.
halfway through.
2005.
Well,
I was
like-
born before Michael. I was born while Michael Jackson was alive, so it's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
I guess
when were
you
you born?
2006. Yeah, thank you. Wait, do you guys hear that? What
Yeah,
is that?
I think so.
Is that? Oh,
I know that
So bad.
sound.
yeah.
Oh, okay. In 2004 comedy, Napoleon Dynamite. Who was Napoleon's best friend?
All right, that was our
Who-
that was a
yeah.
nice question of the
That
day.
was our
but
question of the day.
I
Nice.
The
don't.
banker called.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Like, do you know? Because I have never actually
Literally-
seen Napoleon Dynamite, so that's kind of.
I know, that's so depressing. You can't make
I'm
fun of me
sorry.
for not seeing Star Wars.
No,
videos.
he hasn't seen Star Wars, and then he like pretends like it's like okay. it's
Okay,
not
that's
the
like
best, but-
11 movies compared to one.
Well,
Anyways.
it's still a classic.
I always think of Tina. Tina the alpaca. Whenever I think of Napoleon Dynamite. Eat your slop.
I just think of the tater tots.
Yeah.
And
Give me your
the-
tots.
Give me your tots.
Dude, I actually, that movie was influential to me because I just started eating in class all the time because of it.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was like, if Napoleon Dynamite can do it, so can I.
Put some tots in your cargo, your cargo
Yeah,
pockets.
My cargo pocket, yeah. Who was his best friend, though?
I don't know. My guess
I
is
can
like
never-
John.
Oh,
I've actually
who's
seen.
John?
I don't know. No,
Oh,
I was just guessing.
just a name?
hmm
Okay.
But if you know, you can comment down below, and you might be able to
Can.
win a prize because there is a prize going to be given out.
True.
So
You don't get to know the prize.
no,
it's
it's
a
a
mystery.
mystery prize.
Yeah, it's a mystery
It'll be fun.
prize.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you just have to guess,
hmm
and we'll tell you.
Exactly. It could be like the most amazing prize. You don't know.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
exactly. But I honestly do not know the answer at all.
I don't know. either,
I've seen
but-
all like the stuff where it's like the guy from Napoleon Dynamite like still does like the
Yeah.
voice as a joke, but
'cause it's a good
that's
voice.
all I've seen.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're gonna get into our news segment right after this. We'll see you soon.
Hey, my friend's a little hungry.
I can help you with that. I was wearing ripped jeans, a baggy sweatshirt,
A tank top.
A puffy winter coat.
A tight dress.
Kids' pajamas.
but that doesn't matter.
Because it's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
It doesn't matter what you're wearing, because when it comes to sexual harassment, it's never your fault.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. And without further ado, we're gonna get right into our news because we've got some interesting stories. So to start us off, police in England reported that a drunken driver did the right thing after literally just doing the wrong thing. An emergency dispatcher received an unusual call that came in just before noon on Monday when a guy on a motorcycle said that he's driving drunk and he doesn't know what he's doing. The man's excuse for driving while impaired was that he apparently had a rough weekend.
I don't know. If
What a
that's,
great
I don't know if that's a
excuse.
great excuse, but I mean,
My
at
cat
least he
ran away.
stopped. Like, I guess, like at least he was like, okay, I guess this is
Yeah.
wrong. But now on our other news stories, a Johnson County juror on Wednesday found a 20-year-old man guilty of pointing a firearm at a woman and attempting to murder her husband while they unloaded a vehicle outside their home. After the juror returned its verdict, the defendant leapt up and fled the courtroom. He didn't get very far as he was caught outside the courtroom on the stairwell, which is crazy because
That's
like he
not
really.
very far at all.
It's not very smart to do that because I'm sure he's gonna be like
Right, now your charges
charged
are like
more.
doubled.
So like, why would you want it to be like, oh, I can get away, guys?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He made it to the stairwell. How does that
Yeah, how does he even make it to the stairwell? And then he made it, and then some like random person was like, oh, I have to tackle.
Wait a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, that's so weird. But I don't know. Like, that's so random. Like, how can you just like make a run for it? Like,
I don't know. It's
Must be-
very dumb. But yeah. We're gonna go straight to weather now, so take it away, Cole.
Thanks, Jadon. And for our 5-day forecast. Thanks, Jadon. So for our 5-day forecast, we're looking at very sunny weather, but don't be fooled because it will be a low of 19 and a high of 41. But there is no need to worry because tomorrow will warm up a tad bit with partly cloudy weather, a low of 28 and a high of 41. And kicking off the weekend, Saturday will be partly cloudy alongside a low of 36 and a high of 57. And then Sunday, we're looking at windy weather with a low of 44 and a high of 66 to make it be a little bit warmer of a weekend. And to start off the week for next week, we're looking at cloudy and windy weather, the low of 51 and a nice high of 70 degrees. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Kleckner loses it. Aiden with the ball, driving it up, left-hand layup off the left side of the hoop, and it's in. Over to Dylan Andrews. And the pull-up three, bang! Aiden, excuse me. Rob McGowan. And another pull-up by Andrews, bang! That one's nothing but net. Aiden Armstrong almost takes it. Garzea, bang! He wants to take advantage of the big body mismatch, and he puts it in. On the wing, and it's good. And Landon Garrett. Harper looks like he wants to take advantage of the big body mismatch, and he puts it in. Harper looking for somebody. He finds, overhaul in the paint. That's a goaltend.
No goaltending. He calls it.
And this defense by Washington is very strong. Almost picked off. Eli Harper finds a way to the rim and gets it in.
Out.
Hasn't fouled him yet. Kleckner, only 20 seconds left. Passes, throws it up to nobody.
What is he doing?
Rob McGowan now.
15 seconds left to tie it.
And it's Logan Armstrong. He has the ball.
Who's going to take the
shot?
shot?
Top of the key. Garzella! Just barely rims out. But if Eli Harper misses the second one, that's game over. And if he makes the first one, it's game over anyways. And that
will
is
do
the
it.
dagger.
That will do it.
Credit to our guys. Credit to Washington Township and Scott. You know, those kids came to battle, and they got a lot of seniors. And we have 0, and I was worried about that, young. You know, because those seniors feel a sense of urgency to keep playing. My guys all have in the back of their mind, well, we can come back next year because we got more, you know, we're juniors and sophomores. So we have to guard against that a little bit. But you know what? Anytime we get to play Morgan, we'll take our chances, and they're good. Coach Krieger does a great job, but we're looking forward to the challenge on Friday.
All right, everyone, and welcome back. That was our little sectionals recap, but we're going to keep talking about it for a little bit. Those games were very fun. The first game was DeMont Christian versus Hammond Academy of Science and Tech. DeMont Christian beat them by 20 points.
Jeez.
And then Couts won the second game against their opponent. And now they're going to be facing Morgan Township. And after DeMont Hammond, so DeMont will be playing Tri-Township, which they'll easily win.
Tri-Township?
They're 3-19. I don't actually know.
I've never heard of that.
What it is, but they're 3-19, and DeMont Christian, I believe, has 17 wins.
So it might be a blowout.
Yeah, might see another 20-point win. But I mean, those games were fun though.
They were. Didn't Couts win against Washington? It
was Washington. Yeah, I couldn't think of the team name. Yes.
Was it? Washington. They won with 1 point, right? Or a couple points.
Yeah, it was a close game.
Close game. Yeah, I got hit in the side with the basketball, and then I was taken out with my kneecap. So it was great. It was great times for me. I was sidelining, and it was great. I got it was the basketball hit my arm, and then it bounced off, and it was a solid hit.
I heard Emerson got hit.
Yeah, Emerson got hit too. It was great. The sidelines were really deep. Sideline
you're getting bullied.
For real. It was kind of it was bad, but it was fun.
It was fun, yeah. So we're now in the second round of sectionals. Tomorrow, that'll be.
Yeah, it'll be fun tomorrow.
It'll be a busy day. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to hit up Conors' game corner that he stole from me.
Hey you, on that couch there. Huh? Are you tired of watching some boring old shows such as The Office?
Yeah.
Obviously. Well then, do I have something for you. It's the Friday Show. The Friday Show? That's right. The Friday Show has tons of episodes and things for you to watch. Like what? Well, we got reviews, skits, holiday specials, and many more. Holy moly! And check out this honest review about the show.
Man, this is the best show I've ever seen since 2008. This show is just so good. I bought a whole box of popcorn just to watch the show.
That's actually pretty cool. Where can I find it? It's on YouTube right now. Just look up PC3 Media on YouTube and you'll find it right there.
Welcome back, and that was our little break, but now we're gonna go to Connor's Game Corner. I don't know what the game is.
He did Borderlands 2. He told me he has a ridiculous amount of hours on that game, so I'm sure his knowledge can be trusted.
So now let's go to Connor's Game Corner.
Hey everybody, this is Connor Bray, and today we're going to be talking about Borderlands 2, giving it an honest review, and seeing if I recommend it. Without further ado, let's get into the review. Borderlands 2 is an action looter shooter released in 2012 by Gearbox Software, and honestly, I think it's the best in the genre. While the first game revolutionized the gaming industry, starting the looter shooter genre to begin with, I think 2 definitely refined how the parts system worked a lot better, and I think it made all the unique weapons feel way more unique than in Borderlands 1, where a unique weapon's whole thing could just be, oh, big magazine. Every unique weapon is very distinct from each other. I mean, you can compare the Baby Maker to the Grog Nozzle to the Conference Call, and they're all completely different in what they do, and I really like that. Additionally, I think the parts system is really innovative because you can have thousands of combinations of parts for different weapons. Like, for example, there are, I want to say, 7 manufacturers in the game, and each one have different parts for different guns. For guns made by a manufacturer, you want to have a matching grip of that manufacturer because that gives you the biggest bonus. Which is a little complicated, I know, but at the same time, I think that it adds a little bit of fun to farming because it gives you an incentive to match parts. Now, as for the main story, I think it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's flawless. There are definitely some things that I am annoyed with, having to go back to Sanctuary over and over and over again, but I think overall the story holds up and is its own thing compared to the first game that didn't really have a story. I mean, you have the charismatic villain, Handsome Jack, who is honestly one of the best in gaming history. While he's charismatic, he makes sure to let you know that you are the bandits, and he is the hero. And he echoes the same line at his death at the end of the game. I think he definitely wouldn't be as good as he is without the talented voice of Damian Clark behind him. Damian Clark, if you didn't know, is a fairly prolific voice actor known for playing Handsome Jack in Perfect Cell and Dragon Ball Z. And he was a flawless choice for the role. I mean, he can express anger or sadness or mocking, and it sounds completely genuine no matter what. Now let's get into how the game actually plays. And for each character, which I should mention there are 6 of with all DLC, each one has a different ability that none of the other ones can have. There's the Commando, the Siren, the Gunzerker, the Assassin, the Necromancer, and the Psycho. Not only this, but each class has 3 different skill trees that you can go down, which have various different kinds of perks that can help you on your playthrough. For example, I'm playing the Commando in this footage, and he has a special perk which allows him to carry more grenades. To earn perk points, you level up in the game. There are 80 full levels as long as you get all DLC, and once you have 80 perk points, you're pretty much set, because you can fill out 2 whole skill trees and still have some left over. Not only this, but you gain more health and more damage when you level up. So make sure to do side missions while you do the main story. That way you can get a higher level and beat bosses far easier. Speaking of bosses, we're going to be moving on to the boss category. Now, each part of the game has its own boss. I think my 2 favorite bosses in the game are definitely going to be Bunker and the Warrior. The Warrior being the final boss is like this massive vault monster, and oh my god, it looks cool. Like, take a look at this. And the Bunker initially looks like it's a building, but in the cutscene, it flies out of the ground and reveals itself to be a flying fortress. It's really, really hard to fight, though, unfortunately, unless you have a certain skill on the Assassin, which due to the game's jank will allow you to basically one-shot him if you hit a critical hit. Moves me on to the downsides of this game, which definitely are mainly on the technical level. This is a game made in 2012, and as a result, it has various glitches and bugs. Some of them are helpful for the player, like for example, the assassin's skill Bore, which, if done right, can one-shot certain bosses. It's really, really useful in farming equipment. However, there are other glitches and bugs which are not so positive. For example, there are a lot of bugs which, if you accidentally activate, can crash your game on PC. So watch that, especially if you're trying to load mods. Overall, the game gets points for its story and gameplay, but the bugs and glitches really hold it down. I definitely think it's a high 8 to a light 9, but the glitches and bugs will prevent me from putting it any higher than that, unfortunately.
Thanks, Con. And that was Borderlands 2?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I played it a little bit when it first came out.
Yeah.
But not really much afterwards.
I bought like the whole trilogy for PlayStation. And me and my brother were gonna play, but we just never really got around to it.
I was on the Xbox playing it. I mean, it was cool when I first played it, but then I kind of just got bored of it. I don't know.
There's not like, it didn't pull me in really because I think I just wasn't like great at it.
Yeah,
because I wasn't like fully immersed.
And it's just you have to put a lot of time in that game.
Yeah,
like a
Connor
lot
said
of
he.
time.
I'm pretty sure Connor said he had like 2,500 hours.
2,500?
Yeah.
No, that's just insane.
Y'all know I talk about Zomboid all the time. I only have like 600 hours, I think.
That's different. That's a different type of hour.
I don't know. I for sure have played a bunch of that game.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
She's the biggest gamer.
Yeah,
I know.
for sure.
Yeah.
I know.
You almost beat me in the video game naming contest.
I know, because I
I
was naming it a lot. I was proud of myself for that one.
From Adam's Game Show.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I was impressed with that one. But I don't know anything really about it, so maybe I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, we're going to bring it back to the question of the day, which actually was, who was Napoleon Dynamite's best friend?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
we got some answers, right?
We did we got 2 answers. We got 3.
We got 3 answers.
2 wrong answers.
Yeah, 2 wrong answers, unfortunately. Mark C said Josh, actually, so interesting answer.
That's wrong.
It's wrong, huh?
I don't know any Joshes.
No, I don't know. I said John, though, so maybe
That's
I
true.
led them off.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's alliteration.
Uh-huh.
We have another one, Justin L. He said Carlos. I don't think it's Carlos.
I don't think it's Carlos. It almost sounds right though. Like it's kind of like close to that. You know what I'm saying?
But we do have one correct answer.
It's true.
From Aiden Brindley, and it is.
Oh, it's Aiden Brindley.
It is.
What? Oh.
Say the answer.
He said Pedro. He said it's Pedro.
And that is the
Vote for
correct
Pedro.
answer for today, for the question of the day.
Nice.
Pedro.
I truly did not know it was Pedro when we were prompted the question.
Seriously?
Yes, because I haven't seen that movie in like 10 years.
The famous shirt, vote for Pedro?
Yeah, but I never had that. If I had that shirt, if I had a McLovin shirt, I would remember his name is McLovin.
Do you remember McLovin? Do you have a McLovin shirt?
No, I don't. But like I see people wearing his shirts all the time.
Like the fake ID shirt?
Yeah. But I don't have it.
That's interesting. So if you had a shirt, you would remember.
Yeah. I'm like a goldfish.
Yeah.
I need to see you every day to remember me.
Oh, okay. Makes
Vote
sense.
for
Makes
Pedro.
sense.
Vote for Pedro. What were they voting for him?
Class president?
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. But I didn't know if he was running for like mayor or something crazy.
Nah, class president. Vote for Pedro.
Yes. I will. Thank you.
Oh, that is our question of the day for today.
Mm-hmm.
I think gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that's it for Good Morning PC3. I'm Stella.
I'm Jadon.
And I'm Cole.
All right. And
Bye.